What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back here with a brand new video. Have you guys ever thought about Battle Royale games within the World of Warcraft framework? I'm talking about World of Warcraft characters, all the functionality that comes with it, class abilities, spells, stuff like that, all that jazz, weapons, gear, rarity systems, but in the Battle Royale format, where you jump from the sky, loot a bunch of random stuff, compete to be the last man standing against other players, but again, all within that World of Warcraft world. Have you ever thought about that before? If not, you're about to see something crazy, but if you have, this is going to excite you even more, because I actually found out that Project Ascension is working on a Battle Royale game mode. So, I want to talk about that today and show you guys some sneak peeks at all the stuff they're working on right now for that. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, a World of Warcraft Battle Royale. To me, that's a pretty badass thing. I definitely don't play a lot of Fortnite and other Battle Royales, PUBG, whatever's still going, right? I think Call of Duty even had something like that, but I did play them in the past. Not only that, I feel like in some ways, I played them before they were cool. I, believe it or not, was like on these old Minecraft servers where you would play like Hunger Games. I really do feel like that was like the OG. I even enjoy the modern versions of it, like RuneScape's Last Man Standing, right? I just think it's a good game mode. I think it's a really cool thing to do. It's a really fun way to play a game, and WoW has never done it, as far as I know. So I hear recently that Project Ascension is actually looking into making their own Battle Royale game. Maybe not a server, but as a game mode, like a BG, like queuing for a BG within the greater Ascension game. When I heard that from Dutch himself, the head guy for Project Ascension, I thought, that's badass. I asked him if I could talk about it in a video. He said he has no problem with that, including me showing you guys all sorts of different things that are sneak peeks into their development on it. And I want to show that to you guys in this video. I want to talk about it. I want to kind of like think about it. Like, what's it going to look like? And based on what we see especially. But more importantly, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Just let me know. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you want to see this? And after you see everything I show you, do you think they're on the right track? Because I actually do think they are, and that's a big deal for me in regards to my feelings towards Ascension right now. This is hype, guys. This is a big deal. So let's just take a look at everything he sent me, and you can decide for yourself if you think it's as hype as I do by the end of the video. Okay, guys, so these are my Dutch DMs, basically, and this is what he showed me, and we're going to go over all of this. I'm going to blow it all up, and we're going to look at it, but just to give you guys a quick idea of what's going on, we're going to be seeing things like the concept for a plane that you drop out of, all the different ways that you acquire items, what the map is going to look like, the island that is, the ruins on that map, the circle shrinking and all that jazz, maybe even the concept of building stuff. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So let's just start with this, right? So all of this is kind of like mid quality, like it's all like 720p below quality, to be real with you, if that. So we'll have to take it for what we can get it for. So this looks like a troll ruin, and I really do think they probably got this from, let's say, BFA Battle for Azeroth, from Zuldazar, those kind of assets, right? That's what I'm seeing. Maybe not, but I mean, like, look right here. This in and of itself just screams BFA to me, and this stuff right here. So that's what I think. It looks good, though, and that looks like a front gate type of thing. So an old troll ruin seems to be a place you could go inside, start looting stuff, finding players, and you're getting another vantage point right here as well. Even a pipe right there, which is kind of cool. You never see the sewer or the sewage system, that is, for all these old cities in any fantasy game. So you never know how people poop. I mean, as far as I was concerned, in Stormwind and Ironforge, people just poop on the street. They call it a day, you know, because there's no sewage or anything. I mean, there is sewage in Stormwind, but it's like not logical. I mean, it's literally just waterways, okay? So are you literally telling me in Stormwind that when they poop, it literally just goes into the water that runs through their city? I mean, don't freaking tell me that that sewer beast is happy. There's no way. That's why he's pissed, actually, and he wants to kill you, because he's getting shit on literally all day. But that's beside the point. I'm sorry. It's besides the point. The point is that this looks really cool from this angle. You've got all this water right here. You've got the side view of a city, and you're getting what I think is a custom map layout right now. Do correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe this is a part of literally the BFA island map, and I'm just not remembering, even though I did play that expansion. But I think this is custom. And now we move on to another screenshot, Now you're getting like you're in the countryside, maybe bordering a jungle, looking into the city kind of vantage point. What I like about this is it shows you guys that traditional Battle Royale island map archetype is something they've looked very heavily into, and they're attempting to emulate themselves here. What I mean by that is the concept of you can go into a town, the town has more loot almost certainly, but also more players hunting for that loot, so you up your chance of dying. However, if you want to play it safe and you think it might be strategic, you could stay in the peripheries of the city. You get less loot, and if you get unlucky, that could be really bad, and you might have to rely more on your skill. However, you have a higher chance of surviving, and if you do get lucky, like let's say you catch two people fighting, you go in there, you snipe one that's low, you take both their loot, now suddenly you hiding was irrelevant. Maybe not everybody likes that way of playing, but that's the uniqueness of Battle Royale. There are theoretically lots of different ways to play. What I like the most about this so far, guys, is that World of Warcraft Battle Royale could genuinely become its own thing. Look at Defense of the Ancients with Warcraft 3, right? Look at League of Legends in the exact same vein. Look at auto-battler games, which we saw in things like League of Legends, but also in Hearthstone. They can become a life of their own if you actually enjoy them, and this is one of those things where World of Warcraft is designed so well. Here's another screenshot, by the way. Looks like inside the city looking out into a crashed Zeppelin on the mountainside, but World of Warcraft is designed so well naturally, from the character movement and the way it feels to play your character in general, right? And with the idea of the abilities and all that jazz, that it's the perfect game to try and emulate successful game modes and then maybe go rogue with that. You know, once upon a time, I'm pretty sure somebody, maybe it was even TWOW's devs themselves, although I can't quite remember, were working on a Defense of the Ancients game that was going to be made with World of Warcraft. I loved that idea. I don't think it ever came into fruition, but I loved that idea for the same reason I like the Battle Royale idea. And once again, that is that emulating things through World of Warcraft, even like Shinobi Stories Naruto emulation, to me, that is unbelievably creative and a really, really sleeper thing that a game developer could try doing. Because once again, there is that potential that you just get so many people who don't even care about the World of Warcraft lore or any of those elements, but they want to play World of Warcraft's natural design, the characters themselves, right, and how those function and the combats and stuff within this better, more, you know, general game mode per se that applies to more people in general, like World of Warcraft. I mean, it reminds me of like when Battle Royales weren't even a real thing yet, and really all you had were like the Minecraft Hunger Games like servers and stuff like that. Like I used to play that when I was a teenager. I remember that, and I loved it. Was I a Minecraft player? Not really, right? Not really. But was I somebody that thought the combination of Minecraft at the time and Battle Royale Hunger Games was really fun? Hell yeah, I got addicted to it for a few months for sure. So that's how I know for a fact that, yeah, if they make a WoW Battle Royale and do a good job, you'd have people that could care less about WoW trying to play, and then who knows what happens, and that excites me in general. Now, here's another really good thing to show you guys. So with this one in particular, you're seeing where the circle is shrinking and the timer that it would show, as well as the players alive. Again, the quality is shoddy because it's very zoomed in right now is what he's showing me, but you can see there, they've got it all planned out. It's what you would expect based on this alone. Now, I do really like this short video, so let's play this. So the orc is running up, he's in the jungle outside of that city, and he goes to the top of a tree, and what does he see? He sees a chest. Now, presumably, the chest is going to have different bits of loot in it, of different rarities, just like a regular Battle Royale game, which he can loot. Maybe he gets lucky, maybe he doesn't, and then he tries to kill other players and be the last man standing. And I really do like the look of this so far, especially the idea of picking different races. Who knows if that's going to matter or not? Because, see, this is the little things, right? Other Battle Royale games don't have races ever, typically, right? But what if your race mattered? How cool could that be? So going on to this one right here, we have another concept of the same thing, but this time we see building for the very first time. Although it might not quite be like the original Fortnite building, I think this looks more like he looted something which he could then use to place an object. Then what you're going to see here is he uses that object to then climb on it and jump and reach a chest. So this to me doesn't look like you could freely build towers and stuff, and I do think that's for the better. But if it is something like what I just said, that could be really sick, and I like the idea of the different looking chests as well. This is really cool. I gotta be honest, I have no clue how this building, you know, this is like pre-alpha shit is gonna work, but it's so damn badass. So, okay, here's another one where you can see the loot, and I really like this one as well. So, chest gets opened, the loot flies out, just like from Fortnite or something. All different rarities. Just to pause it, we have a book. We have an epic flask or potion of some kind. Then it looks like we have, is that food, or is that a breastplate? I can't quite tell, but then we have a sword. So we have all the common, epic, uncommon, rare, rarities, probably legendaries mixed in there as well. And it looks like it's really polished and well done. Just this part right here where they fly out, that's cool. I like that. We're going to see that a little bit more. So you can actually see it right here. There are creatures to kill. And this, to me, is something you don't see often either in Battle Royales. But you know which one I know you see it in? Because apparently I have more experience in this than I even thought. But that's the Warcraft 3 Battle Royale that a lot of you guys probably didn't even know exists. So some guys made Battle Royale in Warcraft 3 a long time ago. And it actually has mobs you can kill on it. And I'm pretty sure it functions not quite the same way, but in a similar way. So that's really interesting. They're really either looking at a bunch of different battle royales and, you know, trying to bring in the good stuff to their own, or they're coming up with it uniquely on their own, which is also very, very interesting if that's the case. So that looks really good. I do see a yellow one right here, so that implies a legendary did drop off this guy. See, boom. And then bam, on the floor, I see yellow. That could be a weird color mismatch with the pink right there, and that could be like a white one that's getting made to look yellow, but it could be legendary at the same time. I really like the way this looks. We have another one right here, by the way. So this is cool because this is showing that you will be dropping from a plane, just like normal. So when the game starts, you're all in a plane. Maybe after 30 seconds or a minute or something, you drop, and you choose where you drop, presumably as well. What I also like about this, if we pause right here, or maybe even right here, you start to see the giant temple complex on the left, the courtyard in the front, and all these different bits of the map. You can go over to the right more so, and we're seeing more buildings and stuff that you could probably go in and loot stuff. In the north, we're seeing some mountains, and you have some stairs to go up into those mountains. Not that many buildings, though. There's some water on the top right, and then on the jungle area is probably right behind you, actually. So there's all these different bits of this island, is what I'm assuming this is, that you can explore, just like any other Battle Royale, which I think is really, really cool. But honestly, if you think hard about this, this is why this is polished in many ways, or it's showing off the idea of being polished. And that's because if you think about it, for WoW, you could just say, okay, we'll queue up, and then everybody runs in there and does what they want to do. But they said, no, I want this to be the way it's supposed to be. Let me take one of these plane assets and make people presumably jump out of the plane when the match starts, just like any other Battle Royale game. And that is a really cool thing that they actually added into this. So here's the last thing that we have not looked at yet. So this guy, it's an undead, by the way, shows up, pulls a vine, a banana falls off, right? He loots the banana. Now, this could also imply that other items could be attained this way. So maybe you do this and like a weapon falls out or something like that. We're also seeing plant creatures, presumably can be killed for loot. We're seeing a chest on the top right, and it's possible the food will be literal food as well. Maybe it heals you, or maybe it's buffs, right? So a lot of really cool concepts with that. But what I really like about this is how unique it is. So it's not just killing mobs, it's not just finding chests. They've actually said, hey, let's keep thinking, and let's see what we can do with it. And who knows what other interactable things there'd be in the game, like the vine right here, which is really, really sick. Okay, you can see it again right here, but let me just say, let me know in the comment section what you think of this. I don't know when this is coming out. As far as I can tell, they don't even know when this is coming out. It could be this year, which I'm hoping for. It could be its own server, but I've also been told it's more likely to be something you queue for, like a BG, instead of, you know, actually having its own separate server where this is the only thing you can do. I don't really care, to be honest, which way it is. I just want to play it. This is too badass to not have in the game. And, you know, they've already done similar things where they made new game modes with Felforge mode, so they're not even noobs to it. They're pretty good at it. They're also the only server that has the balls to make custom content to this degree, which you have to respect Ascension for, even if it's sometimes hit or miss, because again, somebody doing it is always better than nobody doing it, especially when it's with polish and care, which they always do, right? So I really love this, especially the items coming out like that. Just nice little bits of flair here and there, really show the love and make it look really fun, and jumping out of the plane really helps as well. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, this look at the idea of a battle royale in World of Warcraft, let me know. Make sure to like and sub if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. Major thanks to all the members on my channel. I love and appreciate you guys, but I'll see all of y'all in the next one. Mcdoubles out.